Hi, I'm back. We're still in Daydreams. It's a book I bought just not long ago and I've really enjoyed it. So, last time we were looking at the light. This time we're going to actually work on this kettle. Now, the reason I want to work on this is it still pertains to the light. There we go. That's about best I'm going to get probably. And I'm going to sit down and see if I can keep it in frame. So, what I want to show you is that when you have directional light, that means we have light coming in from this direction. It's not coming from the top down, it's coming from the side. Now you're also getting some light from the stars. But normally we think of the sun as coming in and having one area where the light comes from. This time it's going to be a little different because it's sideways. So normally you would color like the top up here the lightest, and then it would get darker as it goes down because this overhangs this, right? Well, we've got light right here and it's shining. So this is very reflective. I don't have my yellow back here with me. I will probably come in later and color over this a little bit and fade it out with yellow just to brighten up that section. Okay. Now I am using the Castle Art pencils. They're not the golds. I did not get the good set. This is number 79 and this is Cadmium Orange Deep. I love a good red orange if I'm going to do something in the reds, so to speak, which this is not red, but it's going to have red in the deeper areas. So I went ahead and I took the lightest shade, whatever color you're using, and I went ahead and started on it. Now, thinking of this as being your light source. So it sticks up here, so it's shadowing part of this. And then over here is a little darker because the light's not coming all the way. Okay? Also, the area up here is this is going to come down a little bit more because of that side light. Even though this is blocking it some, I feel like it'll look more interesting if I go ahead and pull this color around. And then make it lighter as I come out. All right, and this comes only this far because again this is shadowing there. Then over here we just followed suit that it's on the far side and not going to be as bright. All right, that was my first color, 79 Cadmium Orange Deep. Oh, that was my lightest color. Okay, so with whatever you're using, that was the lightest. My second is going to be Red Ochre, number 15. Now I'm jumping from an orange straight to a red, so I'm going to start over here where if it's too dark or too much of a transition, it's going to be easier for me to hide it. So when you're coloring, don't go straight to your focal area. Start somewhere where it's not going to matter quite as much. And you can see that's really a red. But as I pull it in here and actually go into the orange, I think it's going to be okay. And remember, I come back with my lightest color to blend everything anyway, so that's going to get a coat of this over the top, which is going to make that fine. Let's go ahead and use all of the colors once in this area just to verify that we're on the right path here. Does that make sense? It's like our experiment area. So using the same color, and I think I'll just do these two areas right here. Then my next color is Cadmium Red, number 24. So then I'm going to come in with it. And so this is even a little bit deeper. And then I'm going to come in with my last, which is Spice Red, number 25. So this is going to actually come in all the way to that edge. And it almost has a bit of a purple undertone, but I'm okay with that for what we're doing. Now, like I said, I come back with my lightest shade and I'm going to blend. So now's when we'll find out, you know, how's it really going to look. And I think we're going to find out in the end that it's just fine. It's really going to add a richness. And see, I've got to go over all this again anyway. You can see there's little bits of white peeking through. There we go. Now I got the white almost gone from that area. So let's work on this just a little bit. I'm not going to try to get all of that white gone, but I do want to show you how it does blend up nicely. I really, really wanted to do a teal teapot because I just love the teals, but I remembered that I have some sort of a blue tone in the sky, and I was also going to have water, so I knew I needed something that was going to pop. So I thought, okay, let's go with the reds and oranges. There we go. I'm getting some more of that tooth out of the paper. And you can see how that's going to look now. So now's when we just keep going. So I'm back on color number 2. And I don't think I'm even going to finish this in 30 minutes. I really don't. I think this is going to take a while. So there may be a part 1 and a part 2 on this. If you're coloring along, just be patient with me. I just don't want to get in a hurry on this because it is such a cute page. And why be in a hurry? When you get in a hurry is when you do end up kind of messing up, or the possibility is there. So don't stress, don't rush. Now inside here, and the bottom side, which is here, would normally be a little bit different, but because the light's shining here, I'm not going to go dark on this. Okay, I am going to use the second color though here instead of the first color. And that lets you know that it is where you're seeing the underside of that handle. Okay? All right, so then back over here. This is the underside of where his tail is. And yes, I always go back with my erasers and clean up some. Then, let's see, this is a pennant hanging down. So we would go in here, and then in here, because we still have 2 more shades to fit in here. So I don't have to worry about getting all of this done in one pass through. I can scrunch more colors in. I'm probably not going to try to get that any darker right there because that light's there. So really right here in this little area, that is the darkest that's going to get. And then I can start coming around here, blending colors and leaving room for the other shades. And again, sometimes when you see me going in circles, that's how I'm keeping my area from having lines streaked through it. Little circles will hide a lot of that. And overlap, y'all just overlap. Just keep going and going. Overlap your colors. It's like when you lace your fingers together. Well, we're lacing the colors together. That's all we're doing, just doing some overlap. Heavier here, lighter as we come up into the lighter color. Many, many passes. Go over it lots of times. That's how you're going to get it covered. And how you're going to have more luck with your blending. If you just take at it and just, you know, kindergarten coloring in the lines, then you're not going to have quite as good of a blend as you could have if you'll take the time to do some overlapping. And again, I've said it many, many times in my videos. There are no coloring police. If you want to do the whole thing one solid color and be done with it, that's up to you. You know, it's whatever you're after in your coloring. That's what I want you to do. I'm just here to show you potential on what it could be. Yeah, I'm not talking as much as usual. I don't know. I think I'm tired. It's really evening right now for me. And my husband had a colonoscopy. What is today? Thursday? He had it Wednesday. So our sleep was really messed up because we had to be 2 towns over at 5 something in the morning for his procedure. So his last dose of meds was like in the middle of the night. And so we got like 3 hours sleep before we had to get up and go. So yeah, a little bit tired. Yeah, I came home and ended up getting a 3-hour nap during the day, but you know, you never really catch up with sleep. My sister used to say sleep, you know, it's overrated. We'll do it when we're gone. So sometimes I think she's right on that. Now, I'm going around these because there's a good chance. Now, this could be painted on the teapot, but no, look at it again. See the thread up here? See how it drapes down and then goes back up? That's your hint that it's not painted on, that it's actually tied on, and it's blowing in the wind. So you've got a little bit of shadow going on here from where it's flapping around. Okay? Oh, the colonoscopy, yeah, it's fine. Everything was clear. He had minimal and they got everything out. So no big, just a standard upkeep of one's body, so to speak. Oh, yep, Exciting lives we lead. And then I'll come here and then I'll let it go to the next shade over here. All right, or the next 2 shades rather. There we go. So I'm not sure what's going on with my light. I hope it's not going out. The cord is really starting to buzz over there like it did last time when I had to unplug it. Okay, and then up here, we're going to do some, blend it in. This just gives more dimension, more movement, more life, if you would, to the item or the picture itself. Okay, the buzz is getting louder and louder. Gotta unplug it. Hopefully we'll be okay without it. Well, sorry, I can't even reach it. Okay, now if I move out of the way, you've got the light from behind me. How's that? Gonna be okay? All right, so then I'm going to move to my third color. Not yet actually. I need to do that second color just a wee bit more. I need to do it over here. Now I'm trying to stay out of the light and out of the camera. Oh. Yeah, it's an aught light, and it's not the bulb itself that's making any racket. It's the actual plug. I'm going to plug it back in and I'll just keep an eye on it. So, yeah, because I can't stay out of the shadows. So anyway, yeah, I guess I should check into that and see what's going on. May have to swap a light from somewhere else in the house. I'm not replacing an aught light. No. This one was given to me, so. All right, so then I'm going to go on to the next color. My next darkest is Cadmium Red, number 24. So whatever shade you've got that's next, go to it. And I'm not going to use my darkest shade probably on this part across here, because like we said, there is light coming from this lamp. So we'll just come through here. And again, once we get the first color layered over all of this for blending, it's going to look much better than it does now. You've also heard me say before that sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. This is one of those times. Okay. I'm going to leave a smidge there to do in that last shade in those V's, but not up here because this is up taller. So what has everybody been up to? Are you coloring a lot? Are you watching a lot of videos? I don't know, are you cleaning, purging? I have been doing a lot of cleaning again and purging. There's a box of extra used pans on my front porch right now, waiting on a lady to come pick them up. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock at night, but she said she was coming today, so we'll see. If not, I'll cart them back in. But just getting rid of stuff, just trying to clean. I'm going to keep that on the lighter side. Don't go real hard right there, but I do want the color change. And then here, I'm going to do the front lip of that in the shade here, and then I'll do the next shade for the other color. Okay, going around these feet. And again, this is our third shade, and it is Cadmium Red, number 24. Let's see here. Trying to be neat. I don't want to have to erase too much. I am an eraser though. I do erase things. I will probably use a gel pen to go around all this and get in those little areas. It will just make it easier. There we go. Just color along, getting things done. What's the weather like in your area? We did have those 2 days of snow, but it wasn't like last year's where we lost power and everything. No, we were okay. So, all right, I'm not going to worry about this right now because I think you understand. I'm going to do all along here in this shade. Okay, I'm going to come down around all these bubbles and stuff. You know what I might do? Did I get excited? I might pull gel pens to do the water. Wouldn't that be pretty? I think that would be a cool idea. Because I have glitter gel pens. I either have glitter or I have metallics. I don't have any regulars. Yeah, I'm the one that got rid of all the regulars. I just didn't care for them. So this would be a fun thing to do with some glitter gel pens. Just get 2 or 3 different shades, make sure they're working good first, and then just tie into that water. And then it would have that glitter to it. Something to be said for just a relaxing coloring day, right? It's kind of what it's been today for me, just kind of chilling. Supposed to go help my sister get 2 Mustangs, old ones that they had to regenerate titles for because they were so old. And we're supposed to go to Plano today and get the paperwork for those going. And she just didn't have a real good night, so she needed to cancel, which we have that kind of relationship where we're honest with each other and don't feel the need to have to get together if one of us didn't have a real good day or night or something. So yeah, so that was fine. All right, here's my last shade. This is number 25, Spiced Red. So today was just kind of chilling and doing some, like I said, some purging, listing some things on Marketplace, on Facebook, and stuff like that. Now I'm just getting down in those V's, those areas that are maybe not catching that direct light. See, like down in here. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be all of this. So I'm going to go around all that area, but I'm not going to do it right this minute because I want to make sure I have a good sharp tip on my pencil. Okay? And our 30 minutes are almost up. So maybe I'll do a part 1, release it, and then a few minutes later I'll release part 2 for you. That way if you are coloring along, you can keep going and you don't have to wait. What is it, 3 days till the next video? So I am going to put this over here. Just in case that's sticking out a little bit, it might have a little shadow there. Just like this might have a little shadow on this side. It's those little things that you add that can really help make your page. So don't be afraid to add those little things in there. Yeah, when I come back, yeah, I'll just come back and do another video right away. So watch for the next video. There will be a part 2 on this one, and it's basically probably going to be just me blending everything. Just blending everything out so that you can really see the difference. And then that way you'll also see real time that something like this really does take time, y'all. It really does. So don't feel like it's something you're going to be able to rush through. It's just not. If you're coloring for fun and leisure, then take it slow and have fun. Do it in leisure. It's not a race. We're not all sitting down seeing who can finish the same page first. I do want this a little deeper just because it's on that far side. So I am going to let that come up in here some. Okay? So my phone tells me that I'm at 27-ish minutes. So let's come back to color number 3, get a little closer. So I am going to color this around there with my darkest shade with a really good point. Actually, it's staying pointed well enough. And then when we come back in real time, I'm going to show you how I blend and blend and blend to get all this to looking a little bit better. Okay, so look for the next video. It's going to be right after this one. So I will be right back.